Hi, I'm Becky, and welcome to Short Story Long. Today's episode is a little different. No guest, no skill builder, just something that sits at the core of good leadership and a good life. Gratitude. Gratitude isn't a fluffy add-on to leadership or a seasonal reminder that shows up at the end of the year. It's best as a daily practice. It's how we choose to see our work, our relationships, and even ourselves. When we slow down long enough to recognize what's working, who's helping, and what we already have, we change how we lead and how we live. Over this year of interviewing leaders and hearing about their inflection points, I've noticed that gratitude often hides behind those words like support, trust, and grace. It's in the moments where someone says, I couldn't have done this without my team, or I'm grateful I learned that lesson the hard way. Gratitude at work isn't about ignoring the pressure or pretending every challenge is a gift. Let's be honest, right? Not every challenge is a gift. It's about finding the lesson or the person who helped you through it. Gratitude doesn't always sound like thank you. Sometimes it sounds like, I know my worth. Gratitude can become a grounding practice. It's proof that presence over perfection isn't just a saying, it's survival. Most of us are quick to thank others, but slow to thank ourselves. We're often better at extending appreciation outward than we are doing it inward. But gratitude without self-compassion turns a little bit hollow. When you're leading people, creating something new, or just getting through another busy week, it's worth pausing to thank yourself for showing up again and again. One of the most overlooked forms of gratitude is recognition, the everyday act of noticing. Noticing the person who quietly keeps things running. Noticing the mentor who pushed you harder because they saw more in you. Noticing the version of yourself that took one more step when quitting would have been easier. That's where gratitude gets real. It's not the grand speeches or the annual awards. It's the ordinary acknowledgement that says, I see you, and I'm glad you're here. Leaders who notice are the ones people want to follow. They don't just say thank you. They show it in trust, in time, in patience. Gratitude is how they turn ambition into belonging. So here's a thought experiment for you. Maybe a skill builder of sorts. This week, try one act of gratitude in each direction. Look upward. Thank someone who has influenced you, a mentor, a manager, or even a parent. Tell them specifically how they shaped your path. Look outward. Show appreciation to your team, your clients, or a peer, not for performance, but for presence. And look inward. Write down one thing you're thankful for about yourself that has nothing to do with achievement. Maybe it's resilience. Maybe it's the way you still care deeply, even when it's hard. Leadership begins with noticing, and gratitude is what keeps that awareness grounded in humility and humanity. Gratitude isn't a single emotion, it's a discipline. It softens the sharp edges of leadership. It can shift perspective from I to us. It reminds us that success is sweeter when shared, and growth is richer when we pause long enough to say, I'm thankful I get to do this at all. That's true for me. I'm grateful that I can use my voice to share perspectives with you. Whether you're leading a team, growing a business, or just trying to find your balance, remember this. Gratitude isn't about settling, it's about seeing. It's how we stay anchored in what matters while we're still moving forward. And I just want to thank you for spending this time with me today. I'm grateful you're here, that you listen, and that you think deeply about what leadership can look like when it's human first.